I've been covering Steven Universe on this channel for about over a year now, so I feel like I'm obligated to talk about this new news. So apparently there's been whispers and rumors of a new Steven Universe show being teased. And yes, before anyone says anything, I did bleach my hair and it looks awesome. And I also am wearing a FNAF shirt. So basically, if you haven't heard, some info spread online of a new poster that was made that was actually created by Rebecca Sugar, the creator of Steven Universe herself. Now, taking a look at this poster, it seemingly takes place sometime in the future. You know, we can see Steven's trying to grow a little bit of a beard, Greg has a few more wrinkles, and Pearl is carrying him, and Steven's clearly just visiting the family, seeing as his Dondai as well as Greg's van are parked side by side. And look, he also graduated to a guitar instead of a ukulele. So this poster seemingly takes place well after Steven Universe future, and people are thinking that this poster may be the show's creator teasing a new Steven Universe show. I mean, hey, I've heard that Rebecca Sugar even wants to make more Steven Universe. Like, look at this article right here. She states that with a huge amount of public demand, Steven Universe could potentially come back, and how it's impossible to ignore such a huge public demand. So considering I'm kind of a Steven Universe expert, I mean, I have milked the show for views on this channel for like over a year now, so I can confidently say that yeah, this show might actually have a chance of coming into fruition. But let me first ask you this. Do we really need a new Steven Universe show? Think about it. We've seen this story conclude twice, or basically 3 times now. And now it's possibly coming back for a 4th time? To think that Cartoon Network originally canceled Steven Universe back in like 2019, and now it's 2024, and this show is still wiggling its way back into the conversation is just so funny to me. I just know that the executive producer who canceled this show for having a gay wedding is probably just really pissed off right now. I mean, he's probably like, God damn it, dude. This femboy and his gay rock sisters are still refusing to die. I mean, I tried to get this shit off air like 5 years ago. So before I discuss if we really need a new Steven Universe show, I want to talk about the probability of this show ever even coming into reality. Because right now, I still believe it's kind of up in the air. Now, I know earlier I said there could actually be a real chance that Steven Universe could come back. And what I meant by that was like an 8 or a 9% chance. So I think that some posters Rebecca signed and gave away at a college she spoke to, and her stating that she'd like to come back to the show, is just not enough concrete evidence to really bet that this show is coming back. I mean, maybe Rebecca got invited to speak at this college, and she knew that she was probably gonna have a signing afterwards, so she thought, what the hell, I'll whip up some future Steven Universe little poster thing just to make these students happy, huh? Or then again, she could be giving out these posters to be like, hey, look at this. If you guys cry enough to HBO Max, you'll actually get to fucking have this. So get to crying and make that damn producer put me back on the air. And speaking of HBO Max, they just revived another Cartoon Network universe that ended long ago, with the release of Fiona and Cake in 2023. Of course, originally stemming from Adventure Time, which actually even ended a whole year before Steven Universe. So yes, I do think there would be a world where HBO Max would greenlight another Steven Universe show. So now that we're certain that there's a sliver of a chance of this show coming back, now we can ask the real question of, do we really need it to come back? I think Future is an overall satisfying ending to the story. Do I really want to see this character go through more conflict and resolution more than he already has? I love this show, so some of you may be wondering, Jord, why are you being a little negative Nancy? Why would you not want Steven Universe to come back? I mean, you can make more videos and make more money off of it. And yeah, I would love the show to come back. Only if it's good. Now, we obviously would never know if the show was good or bad if it never got released. But guys, just imagine we have another Megamind situation. This amazingly talented movie released in the 2010s completely subverted superhero tropes, as well as tackled the topic of incel culture, all while being a heavy relationship drama, while also being a kids movie. Well, mind you, this is the same company that made Boss Baby. So they made 2 of the best films of all time. And then 14 years later, they do this.
Hello, loyal viewers. Like me, you probably never thought this day would come. I see some old friends. I see new friends. I see friends who frankly should put some pants on and venture outside occasionally.
Dear God. Basically, if you haven't heard of the Megamind situation, a new movie and show was recently announced and the movie was released. And it's really bad. And it was announced to be this big return of Megamind, but it just clearly was not that. The animation is really bad, the plot is stupid, and then none of the original cast even bothered to return. What I'm saying is, I don't want Steven Universe to get that treatment. Because if this new show does release and it's bad, it could forever bring down the rest of the series. For example, let's bring up Megamind again. Every time I watch this fantastic movie, I'll no longer think,
there is no Easter Bunny, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
Wow, this is a great movie. I'll think, wow, this is a great movie. It's a shame 14 years later a worse movie will release that will make this one less satisfying. Now I only like Boss Baby. I know Steven Universe was a passion project for Rebecca Sugar, so I doubt this could happen. I mean, there is clear love in this series, which is why I hope that if this show does get a chance, it'll actually be good. But there are unfortunately so many technicalities to think about. For example, Zach Callison, the voice of Steven Universe. He is now 26 years old. Would he want to return to this project that he started on when he was a little kid? And mind you, I'm 18, so 26 is like you're a grandpa by then. And what about the rest of the cast? Will they be willing to come back? Look, it's not like every franchise that has been revived years later is god-awful. Only Megamind 2. I've talked about Scott Pilgrim on this channel once before, and let me tell you, it's probably one of my favorite franchises of all time. I mean, I was literally Scott Pilgrim last Halloween, and everything about the costume was comic accurate, might I add. Minus the dating a minor. That was all Scott, that wasn't me. Anyway, just like Megamind, Scott Pilgrim the movie came out in the 2010s. But 13 years later, in 2023, an entirely retold version of the story was released with most, if not the entire cast returning. So this proves that getting a cast back after years a franchise ended is actually possible. And the outcome can be a really great modern take of an already great story. So now we've seen a really good example and a really bad example of what could happen to Steven Universe if the franchise gets a new show. So now I think it's time to truly tell you guys if I really want a new Steven Universe show, and that answer is, well, sure, I guess. I don't know, it's a fucking cartoon, I don't really care. I believe if the original cast and crew were still available and still very passionate about this project, then yes, I would want a new show. I'd want this show to be a more modern and more adult extension of the Steven Universe franchise, similar to what Adventure Time did with Fiona and Cake, but at the same time offer the same valuable lessons that the original Steven Universe did. The majority of people who watch Steven Universe are much older now, so it only makes sense to mature the series. I think a natural growth into some more mature adult themes would be perfect for the show. At the end of the day though, if this show gets made and it's bad, that sucks, you know? But it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'll still have the original and the movie and future to enjoy. And if it's good, it's like, hell yeah, dude. More Steven Universe, I guess. I basically just wanted to talk about this because I think it's important to really read a situation and just be realistic, you know? Like, there's a chance, a slim chance that this show might be made. But with this chance, I hope and I think it could actually be good. So in conclusion, I don't think we need a Steven Universe show, but if the love and passion is still there with everyone involved, I will still happily watch it. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry for the shorter video, I'm not gonna lie. Finals week has been kicking my ass. I didn't know I still had to take a math class in college. Like, what the fuck does this mean, guys? I'm a YouTuber, bro. I don't know what this means. But yeah, summer's coming, which means no school, which means more time to make videos, so more content coming soon. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of me in the future. But yeah. That's it. See ya.
Off her back just for a nicotine buzz. You said she don't want me back, but she'll still fuck me for